Rewrite the script they handed you. The script that turned you a fixer, a problem solver for everybody else but for yourself. The script that made you neglect yourself, overgive, over-explain. As a firstborn in your family, your mother, when her marriage failed, she started breaking in front of you. She started crying in front of you. She tried to control your father. It didn't work. She turned to you. Maybe your father was abusive, can't control his emotions, one word, one beating. She uses those 1, 2, 3 things you have seen as evidence to tell you that she's a victim. You as a child, you had a need for safety, for protection, for security from your mother. But instead, tables reversed. You became the parent. When she cried, you soothed her. When she fought with your father, you spoke on her behalf. You even got beaten up by your father for siding with your mother. It's sad, but you carried the script. Your worry, your day-to-day thinking became, my mother is not feeling well. My mother is disabled. My mother is hurt by my father. My mother was abused by my father. All your story became that because she repeated that. She made it all about herself. See, the marriage, when it failed, it did not just affect her. When your father was abusive, it did not just affect her, it affected you. When she's crying in front of you like a child, it also affected you. But she made it all about herself. She made it look like she is a victim. She cried for Pete, for you, Pete. She wanted your attention. She's an adult. She's responsible. If the marriage failed, she is responsible for it. It's her fault. It wasn't your fault. The fact that she couldn't sit with her emotions and deal with them, it's her fault, not your fault. The fact that she couldn't go out and seek help, it's her fault, not your fault. You were a baby, a child, a little girl who just wanted a peace, a safe home, like every child, who wanted to go to school, to learn, to come home, talk to her mother, kiss her father, and laugh with her siblings. That's the world you needed. That's the world you wanted. But what they gave you is a reverse. You had to protect your mother. You took her anxiety. You carried her anxiety in your body for years while she walked with your peace. She handed you her darkness while she shined with your light. The script repeated over your head. When each time there is no food on the table to eat, she cried like a baby, making you step in and soothe her, making you worry that you have to provide for her. But that was not your fault. It is not your responsibility. It is not. See, manipulators, that's what they do. They turn everything, they exaggerate. And they make it all about them. Your father, your mother, both of them are adults. Anything goes wrong in the marriage, it's their responsibility to fix or to separate. Not your job. Not your job to worry about her health. Not your job to worry about her emotions. Not your job to worry about her finances. No, it is not. She was a manipulator. She was not a mother. She was a child abuser. She saw you as a resource, not as a human being. You forgot yourself. You forgot your own needs. Your own needs for safety, for security. You become a fixer. You worried about fixing the family finance for providing. You worried about fixing your mother's emotions. You worried about fixing your siblings. You become a parent. You become a mother to your mother and to your siblings. You slept with this weight. You woke up with this weight. You were not a child who freely enjoyed her childhood. You were deprived of that. As you grew up, you started repeating the story she repeated every day. That she was hurt, that she was abused, that she was blah 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 blah. And then you took a job perhaps as a child. Or perhaps you took your studies seriously. You studied, you overworked, you excelled in your study, you got your first job. You gave the money to your mother. All of it. She praised you because she trained you as a child, as a baby. She trained you that you were safe only when you soothe her, when you solve her problems, when she sends you to beg for money from your uncle or auntie or anyone else or the rich neighbor. You did. You carried the shame while she sat at home comfortably. You were the one. She put you on fire so that she can live in comfort. That's not what adults do. That's not what real adults do. Mature adults don't do that. That's abuse. That's exploitation. That's manipulation. That's wrong. See, you grew up. You grew up not with a dream that's yours. You grew up with a dream of your mother. Your story become, I want to give money for my mother. I want to work more, study, excel, and buy a house for my mother, buy a car. That became your dream. That was not your dream. It was your mother's dream. See, the problem is, every time you gave, she praised you. And every time you gave more, she asked for more. Now you paid all her bills, you gave her everything. She adds nothing to your life, but she constantly criticizes you. Every time you want to think about yourself, it's a taboo. She guilts you. You raised your siblings. You raised your mother and your siblings. You forgot your own self. You neglected yourself. But it did not stop there. The damage. You become a fixer for everybody. You entered at a job, you were overworked, you were okay. Because it felt home. It felt familiar. That's the home you lived in. That's the home you grew up. You tolerated underpayment, overwork, abuse, gaslighting by your bosses for fear of losing sustenance. You felt that too much means unsafe. Too much means abandonment. You are not too much. You did not ask for too much. You are deprived from the basic. You are not too much. You do not ask for too much. You are asking for what is real, for what is yours. You have every right to say no to abusive relationships. It's not your responsibility to take care of your mother. She is responsible for her life. Every day she started comparing you. So-and-so's daughter has bought them a car. So-and-so's daughter has bought a house. And if you bought the car, the house already, now there is more. She says so-and-so's daughter has taken her parents to USA for a trip. Her needs, endless needs, are loaded on you. You felt it is your responsibility to fulfill all of her needs. You forgot yourself. That's not a mother. She's a liar, a traitor, a manipulator. She's not your friend, she's your enemy. Your worst enemy. Each time you broke with anxiety, she was okay with it. Each time you felt small, she was okay with it. Each time you retreated from following your dream, she was okay. That is not a mother. Each time you got abused at a job, you came and explained to her, she was okay. She pretended with her speech, empty speech, that she was happy because she wants to see you in the pit. She refused to handle her own pit. She doesn't want you to be happy. She wants to sacrifice your life so that she can be happy. That's a devil. That's not a mother, that's a devil. The worst thing, your siblings grew. You sent them to college. You paid all their bills. It's okay. It's okay. You did something good. You helped them. Your mother was not going to take care of them. You did. You were gentle and kind and compassionate all this time. You sacrificed it. You left yourself. You hurt yourself. You betrayed yourself, which is wrong. But you gave them all. Now here's the thing. After you have done all of this, their demand is also added to you. They also start seeing you the same way your mother sees you. The same way your employers see you. A slave. Their needs, they want to meet their needs through you. Every time you fell short, you were criticized harshly. And now, your health starts to fall apart. You become more anxious. Every time now, your siblings are ganging up with your mother. Your mother trained your siblings also to abuse you. Every time you did something they liked, you are praised. And every time you fall short or you wanted to think for yourself, you were called selfish. You carried weights that were not yours for years. You lived in anxiety while she worked with your peace. You lived in her darkness while she worked with your light. That's not a mother. That's a devil. She has no slightest remorse. She has no slightest remorse. Now what happened when your heads fall apart, when you cannot handle the job, when everybody is ridiculing you, mocking you, when relationships you attract, they become all exploitive, abusers, manipulators? You get fed up. You wanted to heal. You broke. The moment you stop giving them, now mother turns more bitter. She shows you her true color. Now all the animosity on you. All the blame is on you. Your siblings insult you. The insult becomes harsh. Your mother insults you every day, shrink. Now, when you don't give anything, they kick you out of your house. Your own house that you built. That's not a family. That's not a family, my friend. That's an enemy. Family that's built on lie, on betrayal, on abuse is not a family. On exploitation, no, that's not a family. She's not your mother. They are not your siblings. They are not. You were the slave. The slave, they use it to reach to their dreams and goals without having to sacrifice anything. That's unfair. That's unfair. Look at yourself. Look at your health. Look at your peace. How many years have you lived in anxiety? But I want to tell you one thing. Do not grieve because they kicked you out. Them kicking you out, it might come as a shock. But it is also the beginning of something great for you. Your freedom starts with cutting the relationship with them. You were only used. Your mother was a liar, a traitor, who created a false story of a victim, isolated you from everybody else, and she possessed you like a property. And she used you. You raised her and her children without her having to sacrifice anything. And she abused you for years. And now, when she found another one, another better person from your siblings who can replace you, you are a shoe. She kicked you out. Let this sink in and awaken the soul she silenced. Let the soul she silenced be awakened. See the reality. See the truth, not the illusion of love you had carried in your heart, in your mind. Not the illusion of safety your mind told you, but the real. Look at the reality. Let this awaken you. Let this make you stronger. You were not a victim. You were a leader. You were a leader with compassion, with kindness, with love and mercy that was endless, with forgiveness that was endless. You loved without boundary. You gave without limit. Turn this love to God. Turn this blind trust to God. He is the one who will never betray you. Renew your relationship with Him. Walk this path with Him. Let the fire that burned to kill you be the fire that lifts you up. Let the dirt they threw on you to bury your identity be the ladder you climb with above the limitation they sat on you. Rise. Rise. Never let your mother have upper hand over you. You are beautiful creation of God. You have a God. You have an owner. He has seen everything they have done. He has watched everything they have done, and He cares deeply. So do not hate this break. This break is a beginning of something big for you. All the pain, all the suffering you went through, use it. Use it to build yourself, to build your brand, to build your legacy, to become a voice for people like you, for people like you that were made voiceless. Become a voice for the voiceless. Become a voice for the voiceless. Rise. Rise. Never let your mother continue to have that master-slave relationship with you. Never. End it. End it. Heal yourself. You were never a victim. You were a fighter, a warrior, a survivor. You survived horrible storm. And as long as you are alive, there is more to be done, to build you, to give you a life you dreamed, to start knowing yourself, to start rebuilding you, to start doing the things you loved that she constantly criticized you and shamed you. Build them. Step into the position she shamed you. Step up. Step with God. Put your trust on Him. Hold on to Him. Cry to Him. Go for therapy. Take care of yourself. Eat well. Rest well. You deserve a life that's rooted on truth. Set your boundary. You are not responsible for any other adult. You are not. You're only responsible for fixing you, for building your life. When you give because you have more than enough, because you have full, and give for God's sake. And give only the ones who deserve it, not exploiters. Your forgiveness should never be for the devils. No, don't forgive your mother. Don't. Devils, you don't forgive them. You fight against their evil actions until they stop or until they die. So don't let her have upper hand over you. Don't let her get away with what she did. Don't sit with the damage she made on you and invite another damage. Wake up, build yourself, walk your path with God. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, for more, click on subscribe, like and share. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.